What's up, Game Boys and Girls? Big T here, back with another video. And this video is about, I guess, handheld PC gaming and how it's evolving and becoming more viable for a lot of gamers. As you guys know, I got myself a Steam Deck. I jumped right in right away for the pre-order, the reserve. And I got my first Steam Deck in April of last year. And then I got a second one in September, October of last year. And I wanted to get the second one so I could kind of tinker with it and do upgrade mods and all that kind of stuff just in case I screwed something up. And I got, the first one was a 256 model. And the second one was the smallest one, the 64 gigabyte model. And so I went ahead and got a standalone SSD to put in myself. I got a terabyte, put that in to the 64 gigabyte model, and I also got a terabyte SD card. So now my Steam Deck here currently has 2 terabytes of space, and I went ahead and put a a screen protector on it, as well as this nice kind of plastic rubberish, it's kind of hard plastic protective case over it. So it looks really nice. It keeps it maintains your ability to see the valve on the back, and that's something I really wanted to have. So and yeah, I love it. I love the Steam Deck. You guys know it's my #1 gaming console at this point. I mostly game on it right now. Obviously I still have all the other consoles except for PS5. But I mostly game on my Steam Deck, and it's my go-to. And so it's super convenient, right? You get pretty good graphic capabilities out of it. It's very nice comfort. It's not too heavy. It's got good grip. Battery life is not the best, but I don't expect it to be as far as the graphics that it's pushing. So I kind of understand it. I wish it was better. Of course, I wish it was better. I think it could be better, but it currently isn't. Nothing I can do about that. But I love it. So recently we got the ASUS ROG. I forget. There's something else on its name that I can't remember, but you know what I'm talking about. That handheld PC looks pretty cool. Apparently, it's supposed to be twice as powerful as the Steam Deck. That's kind of been somewhat debunked, but whatever. It's still a bit more powerful than the Steam Deck. Battery life also still sucks, and it run more games because it's not relying on Linux. It's basically a Windows PC. So there's a lot of hoopla around it, and it's better in almost every way. And people are wondering, what's the best? What should you get? Well, first of all, power for me was not as important. Yes, I want more power. I wanted more power so I can play certain games. But it's not. I have to have the top of the line, the best, most powerful handheld out there, or handheld computer out there. Because you're dealing with portable situations, right? So portable, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. There's gonna be some constraints. So that's why. That was never as important to me as the portability of it and being able to take it everywhere and take my Steam games anywhere. So that's the most important thing to me. So power was never the issue. But I think the other main thing that I love about the Steam Deck, and for me why it will always be better than something that's more powerful, specifically in this case the Asus ROG, is because of its interface. It's technically it's a handheld computer, but you can just hold on a second. You can just play it like you would a Steam or Switch. It is a console, and some people get ticked off and annoyed by when people say it's a console, but it is a console because it has a console interface. You turn it on. For the first time, you set it up like you would anything else. and then you're in the console space, you're in the gaming space, you're in Steam, basically Steam Big Picture mode, and it is a games UI, right? Sure, you can hit the Steam button and switch over to desktop mode and be in a Linux desktop situation, which is very convenient. Is also great. That's the best place to do your tinkering if you want to do that. But for the average consumer, what it does first is play games. And when it comes to the ASUS ROG and Ally, ASUS ROG Ally, that's what it's called. When it comes to that and handheld PCs of its ilk, you're dealing with Windows. It is a Windows PC. You turn it on and you're in Windows, and then you can go into your different installers, not installers. What are they called? Are they called installers? You go into your your GOGs. You go into your Epics. You go into your Steam from there, and then you play your games that way. But it is first and foremost, it's shaped and looks like a handheld console, but you're popping into Steam or you're popping into Windows, and for convenience, that is not the most convenient thing to want to do. And so for me, that's why something like the Steam Deck will always be better, because it gives me that console feel. If I wanted a PC, I'd play on the PC, right? I'd just do that. I get a laptop, which would be, you can get one for a lot more powerful for the cost that you would be buying a Asus or even the Steam Deck for that matter. You're paying more. You're getting less graphical capabilities and whatnot, but it's for the convenience of having a console experience on the go. And so that's why having more power doesn't matter as much, stuff like that, because I want a console. Like I didn't buy the Switch and then got upset about how powerful it's not. I understand that its form factor is gonna mean I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices. There's gonna be some constraints. You can't have the highest fidelity graphics on something that has a 15 watt 20 watt power charger. It's just not going to happen. So I understand that when I go with this form factor, I'm not looking to get the best of the best of the best graphics, because if I did, the thing will only last 40 minutes on a charge on the battery. So that's not convenient. What's convenient is being able to play my games anywhere, and have them run good. They don't have to run fantastical or great. Give me 30 frames. Give me 40 frames in some cases. When that works, that's great. And yeah, sometimes I run 60 when I don't care about the battery as much. Maybe I'm close to going home or something like that, and I don't care as much about what the battery's life is like. But for the most part, it's I just want that convenience of being able to play my console games anywhere. So with stuff like cross progression and whatnot, I can buy my game. I can still buy the game on a console. I can still buy the Xbox version of a game or whatever, and keep that bad boy sealed and play the game as a collector. That's a cool thing to do. And then just play the game on my Steam Deck. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I have a great time playing the game that way. Also, I run cloud stuff through my Steam Deck. It's a little bit more intricate than it would be saying on an Asus ROG. It's a little programming, a little small programming there involved, but it wasn't that big of a deal, and I get to run my Game Pass stuff on my Steam Deck, which is great. Obviously, like I said, Asus ROG or ROG also does that, and that's great. But the thing that keeps Steam Deck above the Asus with its power, even with its power, is the fact that I turn it on and I'm in my game library. I'm I'm in an interface, like you would find on the console, and I'm not dealing with PC. I'm not dealing with Windows or any of that stuff. I'm just playing a console as far as I'm concerned, and that is a great thing. So, until one of these other companies gets a viable UI set up to where it makes you feel like you're playing a console, it's not going to move me much. I still kind of want an Asus though, because I want to. Weird me. I want to actually turn it into a desktop, and then for certain games, I wouldn't mind playing on there, with a little bit better juice, but it doesn't matter to me for the most part. So until, like I said, one of these other companies get a situation where they have a UI that could compete with Steam, which is going to be hard because Steam has so much history, and they've been able to perfect their setup over the years, the 15 years now, more than that, that it's been around. So that's my case for me. I know a lot of people don't like the Steam Deck because it's a Linux setup and they rather deal with Windows, which is fine. Most people are Windows people. I get it. I'm an Apple person, so Linux has kind of an Apple feel to me, which I kind of like. And that's why I like the Linux desktop. But I understand that compatibility issues and whatnot. But I haven't really run into many lately. I know that was an issue early on with the Steam Deck. There was a lot of compatibility issues. Certain games in your library wouldn't run. But now, even if I see like the little circle with the line through it, meaning that it's unsupported on Steam Deck, even when I see that, I don't worry about it because I'll just buy it. And every game, 99% of the games that have that little disclaimer, unsupported disclaimer, will run. It takes a little thing here or there, but they still run. I just bought a game, Anodyne, the first one, and it had the little unsupported thing, and it just started working. I turned it on, and it was playing, and it worked fine. So if it's not like completely perfect, they have to put that little disclaimer in. The little, like I said, little symbol that means it's unsupported. But usually it's still supported. It will still work because of Wine, compatibility converters and stuff like that. It will still run just fine, and I haven't had any problems running the games I want to play. So yeah, that's my video. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this whole handheld computer revolution, handheld gaming computers? Do you care when something like that is more powerful? Again, if you're a Switch owner and you're like, oh man, I'd rather have the Asus because it's more powerful, that's kind of weird. Because Switch is not very powerful, but it's super convenient and games run on it pretty well. And games that are supposed to run on really well. And Nintendo games run really well for the most part on it. So what would move you as far as getting a handheld PC? For me, I just like the convenience of playing a PC that doesn't tell me it's a PC. It starts off, you start it up, and it's a video game console. And that's what I love about Steam Deck. It is a game console that also does Linux desktop, So, yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you again for watching and listening. And now, see you fools next time. Peace out.